He's going to look at the top 7. I don't know if there's any help here, though.
Yeah, I mean, we're once again in this spot where we just don't know if he actually has anything that matters. I think if he goes for enough lands, there's a chance that he can... Oh, goodness. There's no way. I was going to say he could snapcast back Kolaghan's Command, but there's no way he'll ever have enough mana for that.
That's
7?
What world are you living in, buddy?
Oh, dear God. No, we can't really do that.
Dread Knight costs 3 mana right now. He did find it.
Okay, well, that's a start. Dread of Night, and maybe he can start chump blocking this Stoneforge Mystic for a long time. Dread Knight takes care of the 2 taxing effects, then it opens up the rest of his hand.
Opens up his mana.
Opens up his mana.
Okay.
If he can keep some cantrips to go with that Dread of Night, he can make some chump blockers for Stoneforge. Unfortunate for Costa here, and this is a big one, he missed the trigger on that young Pyromancer because he actually was already grabbing cards, so at that point, you can't make the 1/1, and that's really going to cost him.
Matt's going to have to peel a land here, too, because he got ported on upkeep, and I don't think he has a land in his hand. Fork Bolt was the draw. Well, okay, he does. He has a Scalding Tarn, so he's going to go down to 6. He'll have to get another black source of mana here in Underground Sea to be able to play Dreaded Knight. So maybe he can claw his way back into this.
But because of that missed trigger, he's not going to have a chump blocker for the Stoneforge Mystic, which means he's going to have to chump. Yeah, which I believe means the young Pyromancer is going to have to go on chump block duty.
Yep.
And that missed trigger is big because otherwise he could, his plan of chumping the Stoneforge for a while would really work if he just had 1 elemental in play right now.
That missed trigger is a very big deal. You are definitely right about that. Shrout is flooding right now. Flagstones was the draw.
I'll keep porting that red source.
Costa needs to keep drawing those spells. There's Deathrite Shaman.
Got a Forked Bolt. So he wants to get to Snapcaster Mage is where we're headed. There's 2 in his list. That Kolaghan's Command, that's his artifact removal. He's already used both his Pithing Needles. They're both in play. The GT is gone, as you mentioned. It's still in his deck. He shuffled it away. But as far as ways to kill Stoneforge Mystic, I think he's just going for Snapcaster.
Also, something interesting happened here. So when Costa bolted last turn, that's 3 damage. Stoneforge Mystic has 5 toughness right now. He drew a Forked Bolt for the turn. And I was thinking, okay, well, why didn't he cast that? Oh, he only has 3 Volcanic Islands in his deck.
Are they all gone?
Well, Shrout used 2 Wastelands.
Oh, wow.
So that killed 2 of them, if memory serves.
Huge. Yeah, that's huge.
And so the Misty Rainforest is kind of a decoy right now.
Yeah.
Look at me, I'm doing something, but it's not really doing anything.
Mana-producing lands in Costa's deck. He has 9. All 3 Volcanic Islands have hit the bin, so at most, he has 6 mana. None of it red.
No, Deathrite could be helpful.
Deathrite can gain him life.
That can produce red mana, too. Lands in the graveyard.
Oh, wow, you're right, yep. Okay.
Shroud will play another land. I think he's trying to land for like 6 straight turns. Maybe even more.
Yeah, and they're not even ports. They're just planes.
Yeah. Deathrite Shaman is going to go active. It's going to gain Costa some life.
There he goes, up to 3.
Ah.
And Matt Costa is a really impressive player when he wants to be. That we're still playing game 2 here is
pretty
remarkable.
Insane. Pretty insane. That Ponder was truly horrible, by the way. 3 Cabal therapies. The worst Ponder I've ever seen.
Well, if you have 2 young Pyromancers in play, that's actually pretty good. But we don't, so.
It just turned into the best Ponder I've ever seen. The mystery card was Dig Through Time.
That sounds great.
Here's another Deathrite Shaman. Pass the turn.
And maybe Costa stabilized. The question will be, can he... okay, Shrout's going to be at 56. Now comes the grind.
Hey, drew a spell. Oh, that's a good spell.
Oh gosh, that's all of Matt's red mana.
That was a good spell.
That's all his red mana for the game.
There's an island. He's going to dig in a second here, but...
Can he find force? He has to force that if he can, right? Because then he needs his red mana. And he gets a 1/1, so maybe he has to do that if he still has forces in his deck.
I think it's under heavy consideration. If he can find a force plus blue card, I think it's heavy consideration.
Yeah, there's a force.
There's a blue
card. Okay, it's there.
There's a GT there, too.
He'd really like the GT, but not... Get that guy 5th. But if the GT is 5th from the bottom, and he doesn't shuffle his deck again... No, this is relevant.
Okay.
He actually can't race the number 55 with the GT being 5th from the bottom.
Okay.
So he needs to shuffle his deck again. This line where he eventually grinds out Andrew with GT, he needs to shuffle his deck for it to work.
Costa's back down to 1.
Well, that's probably fine. There's another creature somewhere, right? Oh, maybe not. If there isn't, then that's definitely not fine.
Well, he just went up to 3 on the
Get
upkeep
him.
of port. So Costa will remove a creature, assuming there's one to remove. And go up to 5. Yep. Draw for the turn. Brainstorm.
Matthew Costa, this is ridiculous.
He is fighting.
All right.
I don't even know if this is a winnable game, but he is fighting. Let's see what Matt draws. Didn't get a great look.
Another young Pyromancer.
All right.
Great. I think all of them. Send them all. we need more elementals in here. Gonna need an army for this fight.
The best is Shrout is just going like, can I just draw a flyer? Like, really? I can't just draw a Sarah Avenger or a Flicker Wisp and get this over with? How did this get so hard? What did he draw? Therapy? Yep.
Oh, Therapy's 3 elementals now?
Yeah, actually.
Did he only put 2 in play?
That's a good question.
We'll see. Maybe they may be waiting on another token. There we go.
There we go.
All these Dylan Donagans.
Flicker Wisp is going to go away from Costa. So he should get some more elemental tokens here in just a moment since he flashed back that Therapy. You can see Matt's just ready to block too.
Oh, yeah.
If Shrout comes in now, I'm blocking with a bunch.
The question for Costa is whether this game match is going to end 1-1 or 1-0.
Yeah. Can't win the match at this point.
Can't win the match. And it's questionable if he can win this game in time. I'm interested to see how he's going to, what the plan is, if there is one.
Beatdowns. That's the plan.
2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like 5 tokens. Plus 2 Pyromancers is 9.
9 damage. His Dismember in hand.
Okay, that will buy him another turn and make him 2 more guys.
Yep. Plus more fuel for Deathrite too.
Yeah, I don't know what the plan is after that.
Hey, 1 turn at a time. One
turn. Okay.
1 turn, 1 draw step. I don't even know if Costa knows what the plan is after that. 1 turn, 1 draw step at a time. The port activation there from Shrout. Costa gonna draw a card. Did not get a great look. Ponder's gonna trigger elementals.
Yeah. And it may be the late part of this. Oh boy, that's a lot of elementals he's about to make.
Yep.
I'd say the danger is that because when he lost those 2 Pyromancers, it was a big deal. And we've run out of Dylan Donagans. We're on to Chris Van Meters now.
All right, look, Shrout, I like you a lot. Go, Costa, go. Go, yeah, Costa, go.
Now, you notice that the clock change there was a time extension granted by the judges here that had been in place. So the clock at the top of the screen is now correct. Yep. So before I was worried, it was I was like, I don't know if I'll have enough time to deal 1,000,000 points of damage, but it's within the realm of possible.
It's possible now. How many lands are in the graveyard? Does he got something to work with?
If he has double red, he has 2 Forked Bolts in hand. He can go ahead and kill this Batterskull.
Wow, this Flooded Strand's been here for a little while. But he's got
red,
some lands.
red.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, this is
all right.
1 Forked Bolt, get 2
Forked Bolt.
Get 4 more elementals.
Okay.
Now we're on to Jacob Wilson.
Yeah, we've run out of tokens.
Just everybody.
Yikes.
He's got a lot of elementals. The official count is a lot.
Well, he had to pass, and now here comes the attack.
Did we stall out?
Costa's going to gang block. GTA's going to get some counters. Going to kill young Pyromancers. Because we can't forget, too, that Matt is at 8. So he actually has to do some blocking in some capacity because his life total's low.
Yeah, and he's going to hard cast a Force of Will on the Batterskull when it comes back down.
Okay.
It was a huge price. He lost all his Pyromancers, but he still has an army, and now Shrout is out of creatures to put this GTA on.
Costa's going to activate Deathrite Shaman. He'll drew a Brainstorm. Don't know if he actually wants to cast Brainstorm right now.
Yeah, I think he has his copy of Go for the Throat is his other card.
Okay.
But no, I mean, if you're Costa, I think you just do, to put it, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Godness.
Unbelievable. Matt Costa's going to win this game here over Andrew Shrout. He's just tied it up at 1-1. They're in time. They're going to be going to turns. I think they both realize that, there's no way for him to actually play out a 3rd game. But you want to talk about earning a draw.
Wow, and just a masterclass there by Matthew Costa. Great, just great all around on his part.
Unbelievable. unbelievably played game by Matt Costa to get to a draw there. And trust me, if he makes a deep run in this tournament and maybe makes the top 8 this weekend, you can look back to that game. He doesn't even win this match. That's to not get a loss.